Hey everybody. I'm I'm here today and I'm live and I'm going to do a real quick get ready with me. I'm getting ready to leave and try out a brand new Bible study this morning. So we will see how that goes. I'll keep you all informed. And just FYI, I am trying something out. I'm going live on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time. So I have my phone hooked up here for Facebook, and I have my computer where I'm live here on YouTube. So we'll see how this goes. If this may be real short attempt to try to do this because I decided not to use StreamYard or anything like that, and you can't use that on Facebook anymore anyway. So I decided to attempt this and just kind of see how everything goes. So if you all see me looking over this way or this way, it's because I've got two different streams hooked up at the same time. So one is here, so you're going to see me looking, up this way, and then the other one's directly in front of me. So let's get going. Let's put this makeup on and see how this goes. I hope you all have had. Let me see. What did I do? Hang on, girls. I need my clip. What what have you all been doing this week? It is very cold here today, and whew, last night we actually had to drip our water, something that we don't have to do very much here in East Tennessee, but I did last night because it got down to like 7 or 2 or some ridiculous number like that. So that's what I got going on today. So let's go ahead and start with the foundation. Get over here to my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to put a dot everywhere and then just kind of blend it all together. Y'all, how do you all feel about starting church at a new place? For me, it's always challenging. I haven't done this in many years, and trying to find a new church is uh, it's been a process for me. I've been searching since May, well, I guess maybe June of last year, and I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Like that song, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. So um, maybe I'm too picky. Maybe I'm looking for something that just doesn't exist. But I was really happy with my home at the Anglican church. I said for many years I had to search when our church shut down, but I found a home real quick. I visited two churches, and the second one I visited was where I stayed and been stayed there for a year, and I would still be going there if I didn't live so far away. So I may just have to bite the bullet and go back there and drive the 40 minutes to church every Sunday. But um, I'd like to find something that I could get involved in here in the community because I think community involvement for a local church is really important. So, oh goodness, I'm just tapping this in with the beauty blender. Um, I'm not going to get real. I'm not going to get real elaborate today with this. I'm just going to keep everything real simple. I'm having some trouble getting this out of the tube. Well, I got it out of the tube all right, but I got a little more than what I wanted to get out of the tube. But that's okay. I'll just pounce it on in. That's one thing about using a beauty blender to apply your makeup. If you get too much, just keep pouncing it in with that flat end, and it will indeed get there eventually. Because you want to wet your beauty blender, and that just kind of makes it look smoother. It's really hard. These things don't really work. I haven't found that they really work if you try to use one dry. It works much better if it's moist. So we'll just call that a day. Now you can use anything that you like on your as your foundation. You can use a tinted moisturizer. You can use a CC cream. You can use a BB cream. You can use foundation. I like a pretty lightweight coverage, so I just kind of tend to use like a lightweight foundation or something like this, which is not Mary Kay, and I'm live in my Mary Kay group and trying something else out. But you know, the way I always say it is, I'm not married to anything, so I can, you know, I love Mary Kay, and 90% of the products is concealers. Mary Kay. I love this concealer. I've just struggled, as I've said many times. I can't find a foundation that is my color. I can't. I've tried everything, and they just don't have one. So I have to kind of do what I got to do what works for me. So that's kind of where I'm at. But now, and I love the our CC cream, but it has sunscreen in it, and I am allergic to sunscreen, so I can't use that every day. I can use it about once a week, and I do, but here today I'm using this. Now, after I've done this and kind of put a little brightener on my face, I'm going to go in with this beauty blender. So just pounce it in right there. All this does is just gives you a highlight on your face. That's what this does. And I'm trying to stay in the frame on both of these, y'all, so that I'm not bouncing around here everywhere. But I'm going to switch over to one of these little powder puffs. And I love this thing so much. I know now why all those people on TikTok use this thing. This thing is wonderful. You can get right in here, especially with your powder, with your translucent powder, if you want to put it on your eyes or on your skin. This just gives you a really good, smooth application. So, y'all, I've been reading through the Bible. I started the day after Christmas, and my goal is to read through the Bible this year. And I started a Bible plan, and I started one plan, and I read one day in it, and I'm like, this is seems like this is going to be a good plan, but I really just would like to just read the Bible and not get into somebody's commentary about it. Not that I have anything against commentary. I really like biblical commentary, but sometimes you just need the Word of God. That's just what you need. You don't necessarily need anything else, but you just need that. And so that's what I'm doing this year. And I'm now in Exodus. And Exodus, I've gotten through where I'm at the part now where they're building the tabernacle, where God is giving in the specifications to build the tabernacle. And I was thinking today while I was reading through that would have really been a sight to see, wouldn't it? The priests, the robes, all that been would have been something to look at, I feel. So I just, you know, appreciate the fact that in order to approach the throne of God, we don't have to do that, thanks to Jesus. And Lord, have mercy. I don't know how those priests ever got everything right. I don't. I don't. So we'll just have to read the rest of this and see what happens. I know what happens, but I try to approach it every time I read the Bible. I try to approach it with fresh eyes, like it's something that maybe I haven't seen before, and I try to really hard to do that. I'm going to take just a little bit of this cheek gel. This is a Mary Kay cheek gel. We had this a couple of years ago, and I don't know how, I guess I bought a couple of these, but I've ended up with two of these. And so I'm trying to use my stuff up. So I'm going to use this up, and then I'm just going to tap this in right here. Up here, up high. And I've been watching these TikTok ladies, y'all, and this is what they do to keep the eye lift, to draw the eye that is looking at your face upward. And this does this really, really well. If you keep your blush up high on this, I remember back, trying to remember when it was, maybe I guess I was in high school, when we used to apply our blush like this. Because y'all, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything that we see has been seen before. So just a FYI for you all. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little palette right here. I put this together last week, and I'm going to use it today. I've been using creams, but today I'm just going to use a powder. I'm going to use crystalline. It's this color right here. And stick around, if you can, to the end of this video, because I'm going to read something that I wrote on my Facebook page. So if you're watching this on Facebook, I'll have to exit Facebook before I read this, because I can't do two of these at the same time. But um, those of you on YouTube, stick around, because I want to read that to you all. Most of my people on Facebook have probably already seen it, because most of my friends on Facebook, oh, my computer's come unplugged. Most of my friends on Facebook are in my group. So I've tried to friend everybody. I haven't friended every single person. And if I've overlooked you, let me know. And because I want to friend you, if you would allow me to do that. I'm using a burnished bronze now on my lid. I have to get my scary side of the mirror here and get over here and look in it, so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm sorry, Facebook people. I know I'm going out of frame here. I'm going to try to get this over here where I'm staying in the frame. But I'm not using a lot of color on my lid. I'm just kind of messing around with this burnished bronze a little bit, just to kind of give me a natural look, because I don't want to scare the ladies at the Bible study this morning. I don't want them to call me bozo. So I'm just kind of going easy, easy on the color today. So I'm hoping that I get over there and they haven't called it off because of the weather. And if they have, I guess I'll just go to Hobby Lobby or go thrifting. And I do need, for those of you in YouTube, I do need to do a thrift store haul of some stuff that I bought right after Christmas. I haven't made that video yet, but I need to, or do a live with it, so that you all can see what I've got going on. Pat that in just a little bit, make sure I don't have a ton of that under my eye. And that's basically all I'm going to do there. I'm going to use some, I think this is amethyst. This is a eyeliner. I'm going to just line that lid. This is a purple. If y'all can see that or not. I know you all in the group have seen this before, but I don't know if you all have here on YouTube. So if this works out okay, I may try to do this again, like going live at the same time. Y'all on Facebook, let me know. I know that the viewing is not ideal when I do it this way, but I've been having to go live on my phone and Facebook, because for some reason, and I have come to the conclusion that it is Facebook. It's not my equipment. It just simply will not allow me to get any more volume out of my computer. I don't know why, but thanks, Zuckerberg. That's all I can say there. Is it's Facebook. Facebook's got its little quirks, and it's not something that I love, but Facebook has been good to me with my Mary Kay business, and I appreciate that. Okay, so there we go. Got that much done. Now, before I put on my mascara, and I'm doing this kind of in a weird order today, just because I don't know, just why not? So I'm going to use a little bit of translucent powder. I don't want to get too much, because if I get too much, it's going to look weird. And I'm going to take my this thing. You cannot get this off of here. I swear I've washed this, but it's going to look like this after you use it the first time. You're not going to be able to get all that off of it. So I'm going to take some of this translucent powder on my little powder puff, and I'm going to tap this in just to set everything real good. And I'm not using much, y'all. I'm just using enough to, well, I guess I am using much. So I'm using a lot of this, y'all. So let me just get down to basics here. I didn't realize I was using this much till I looked down and I'm like, yeah, you are using much, Elaine. So here we go. All right. Let me get this right here, and I'm going to have to get a little bit more. And I'm being careful now to get this on the tip. And I'm going to go right in here. You know, I didn't used to do this, but I did this one day with this powder puff. And by George, it looked pretty good. I mean, you can tell that it kind of covers up some of that problem that I got under my eye. So I'm going to do the other eye. And now I will tell you this. Do not try this with setting powder because you will not get the same result with setting powder. You have to have a sheer translucent powder like this one, which is white, in order for it to work, for you to get that same effect. Because, oh, trust me, I have tried it with some of my other powders and it just doesn't work. Now, after I've done that, I'm going to go back in with this little beauty blender and I'm just going to, it's still moist and I'm going to tap it in. The tip's getting kind of dry, so I'm going to use this end. Just tap everything in. Tap this powder down in. Get it set in there really good. And this will give you a nice, smooth finish to your foundation. I made a little mess over here, y'all. Hang on. I don't think I can continue like this. I've got so much junk over here. Hang on, let me get that. Let me get that powder put up for sure. Okay, the next thing, let's just use some mascara. This is the Ultimate Mascara that I'm using here today. I may use Fanorama next time. I don't know. I need to probably open another Fanorama mascara and use it, but get over here on the scary side of my mirror so I can see what I'm doing here. And the Ultimate Mascara lengthens your mascara. And this is the brush. The wand is really important to me on the mascara. I really like this wand too. Now, my favorite wand is the Fanorama because it's got 3 brushes in one. And I really like that. But I like this one too. I like the Fanorama because it's got a brush on the tip, like right here, where you can separate your lashes out. But this time, I wanted to, this go round, I'm doing the Ultimate. So, here we go. Same on the other side. So I know last time I went live, I showed you all the little packets that I was making for Valentine's Day. I'm going to show those to you all again here just a second before I put my lipstick on. And I know YouTube, you all have seen them. I'm not sure if you all in um, the Facebook group have seen these or not. I know I posted a picture of it in the group yesterday, but I don't think I've talked about it much. Maybe a minute on my live I did. Maybe last week. But before I do my lips, let's look at this. Let me show you a couple of things that I've got so that you all can see. And I think my hands are clean. Okay, so I showed this to you all last week on YouTube. This is a little Valentine's Day packet. It's got the headband. It comes with a foot soak. It comes with a packet of tea. It has some Mary Kay samples, skincare samples in here. Quite a few of them. It's got a piece of chocolate. It's got a little, let me put that there. That goes with this other thing. It's got a spoon for you to stir your tea. It's got a honey straw. It has a pen, and it comes with a journal. And here's the journal. Now, this is these are journals that I've covered myself. And it comes with these little love notes. And in here there is a little card with a Bible verse on it. And there are 2 little note cards in here that If you want to give this as a gift, you can write a note in there to them, or you can leave it just like it is and let them write the note to whomever they please. Or you can do this for yourself and write yourself a note. Let me tell you something. I always get myself something for Valentine's Day. Let me just tell you, folks, I don't have a Valentine, but I can be my own Valentine. So this is the way this comes, and then plus this headband. So these are $15, and they are, every one of them is different. No two of these are the same. So if you have a lady that you want to get a Valentine for, like a daughter or a sister, or and my sister is on here. Sister, I'm looking forward to you coming in. Let me just tell you, my sister's going to be coming in here um, real soon, and we're going to another concert, and I'm so excited to have her here. She hasn't seen my new place yet since I've decorated it, and I'm really excited about her being here. So that's that. That's $15. This is called Blind Date with a Book, and this is Valentine's Day themed. As you can see, there's little hearts on here. This is a book, Blind Date with a Book. If you don't know what this is, you don't know what the book is, but on the back of this card, it tells you what the genre is. And this one is a compilation. It is a classic author, and there are multiple selections, and you get little flowers, you get a piece of chocolate, you get a spoon, you get a packet of tea, a scripture card, a reading list for them to do, and some note cards and some little places to write notes. This one is also $15. So if you'd like to do something like this, if you have a reader, I sold a ton of these at Christmas. And if you'd like to have specifically a romance book, I can do that. So just tell me, hey, I want romance, or I want mystery, I want, whatever, and I'll take care of that for you. This one just happens to be a compilation of a specific author of their works, and this is a classic author. So this would actually be a good Valentine's book because it's a female author. So there you go. There's that. These are $15 as well. I try to keep things really simple and not excessively expensive for the holidays because, times are tough, folks. So $15 a piece, those are. All right. So if you want those and you're on YouTube, just let me know, Elaine at ninjalifecoaching.com. Or if you're in the group, send me send me a PM on Facebook, or just hit me up some way, and I'll get you hooked up. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take my lip liner. Line my lips. My lips are really dry, y'all. I've been using satin lips. That's helped some, but it's just so cold. I'm going to use a little bit of boho plum. This is the Supreme Hydrating Lipstick. I really like this color. Robin, I know if you're still on here, I know you like that color because you've got that one too. So uh, here I am now, ready to march out the door and go to a Bible study. I'm going to grab me something to eat real quick, and I'm going to do that. But first, I'm going to read you, my YouTube family. I'm going to read you something that I wrote and posted on Facebook. So, um, Facebook group, I'm going to have to bid you all adieu, and I will see you all next time. I love you guys. Okay, YouTube, hang on. Okay, looks like everything's done there. And here we go. Let me get over here and find this, and I will read this right off to you. Let me get my glasses on, y'all. Hang on. Because I thought you might like this today. This is something that this friend of mine posted this meme here. Both faith, I'm trying to get it away from that ring light. Both faith and fear demand you to believe in something you can't see. You choose. And when I saw that, that hit that hit me just like, well, there is a lot of truth in that statement. I don't know who made that statement. I don't know who that's quoting, but it is absolutely the truth. So here is what I wrote. Sometimes I get inspired and write stuff on Facebook. Um, Sometimes in the group, sometimes, just on my page because I feel like the Lord gives me something I need to share it. So this is what I wrote. Sometimes things just hit you right. Fear has been trying to find a home here at my house all week, and it's only Tuesday. I wrote this yesterday, so today's Wednesday. Not today, Satan, not today. Why is it easier to fear than have faith? For me, at least, my mind thinks in worst case scenarios. Got a scratch? It's got to be gangrene or a fungus or staph infection. Amputation is called for. We're all going to die. I've worked hard all my life to overcome this type of thinking. It hasn't been easy, but today, by crackies, as Granny Clampett used to say, I'm choosing faith. I simply cannot have fear abiding in my house because there's just not room here for both of us. Things look dark sometimes, bleak, unsolvable, and some things are just downright bad. However, following Jesus doesn't mean everything will always turn out the way we anticipate or even the way we hope. The Lord never promised us roses and unicorns. He did, however, promise never forsake us. Never forsake. He did, however, let me read that again. He did, however, promise us to never forsake us. Psalm 37:25 is the scripture I used to base this on, and I'm going to paraphrase it a little bit because I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's, I was young and now I'm old, and I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. There is a world of comfort in that. Peace, my friends, and may the Lord be with you. I pray today that each of you, may the peace of the Lord rest and abide on you today. May you have a wonderful week, and may the Lord be with you. God bless you all. Maranatha, folks. Bye-bye.